Welcome all to the B3 podcast. I'm your humble co-host, Ween.
And I'm Ray.
And we watch and review horror movies so you don't have to. This is our Tubi or Not Tubi segment.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I am the victim.
Be my...
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Candyman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, R.I.P. Tony Todd.
Yeah. Sweet like candy.
Hi. My movie this week, I was selected to do a 1991 horror with a very young Bryan Cranston called Dead Space. Synopsis is: a deadly virus attacks the crew of a Saturn space station. It's very brief description, and that's great. It's better than what my description was. At first, you're like, is this some kind of Star Wars ripoff? Because there's ships in space going pew pew, with the little, like, similarly to 70s, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, all right. But then they're on a ship, and then it seems more like Star Trek original series. With of effects.
Yeah. Yeah.
And props and all that. But then you're flipping back to Star Wars because there's some outbreak and these scientists on this research lab station need help. And who shows up but, what was his name? Commander Steve Krieger.
Yep.
Who was like a space cowboy.
Played by Mark Singer.
And Mark Singer. Good.
Yeah. Known for the Beastmaster. If you guys have ever seen Beastmaster, he's titular Beastmaster. Beastmaster.
Okay. Yeah. He's the Han Solo of this movie and brings along his hetero life mate buddy robot, not a Wookiee.
That's very Doctor Who because he's got that, K9, which is a robot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kept thinking of the song my robot friend from South Park.
Oh, I actually just thought about the one with Carbon Goes into the Future, and he's got that dumb, robot pal.
He's waiting for the PSP.
Yeah.
Or something. Come on.
PCP.
So, yeah, this research lab is researching this deadly virus, but then it comes to life. So then you start to get a rip-off of Alien because it keeps, growing and absorbing living people in order to become bigger and stronger. And by the end, the creature in full size, it was uncanny that the head especially was just like the queen from Alien.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? How did they get away with that?
You kept me sending me videos, and it was hysterical. It was hysterical.
On top of which, the feel for this entire movie, every single actor in this movie takes themselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
It was like
they're making high drama. Yeah.
A lot of dramatic speaking and then long pauses and close-ups on the face like a soap opera.
Yeah.
And intense strings in the back until they cut to the next scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wonder if they thought they were making it for television.
I don't know. In 91?
Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But hey, it's a job. I don't fault anybody.
No.
And baby Bryan Cranston
he
was, as usual, 100%.
Bryan Cranston. B. Crans. Yeah. Welcome to the show, B. Crans.
Yeah.
Stay a while.
And listen, so that was interesting, and there was a fair bit of, as soon as Space Cowboy arrives on the ship, one of the researchers, when they meet, there's that slight, lifting of strings in the sound in the back, and they lock eyes as they shake hands, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Establishing in 5 seconds, these two are gonna bone. So,
they're going to the bone zone!
Bone zone! And this thing mutates and eats people, and eventually they figure out how to kill it. By the way, Bryan Cranston's character, he's so gung-ho on researching the fuck out of this virus because he himself has a virus. They were trying
Oh.
to find something to counteract it. But as it turns out, his virus was the one that would kill it. So it had to eat him, of course.
R.I.P. Bryan Cranston.
That was
That was hysterical. It was really funny.
Space Cowboy literally lifts him by the collar just as he passes out / dies, maybe. And just, here you go. And feeds it to the beast. And it's like, head, blah.
Yeah. It is definitely like a Mortal Kombat, like spinal rippage, like yeah. Fatality. Yeah.
Finish him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was wild. It was like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
It was pretty great.
So that was,
Okay, do you want to rate it?
yeah, let's go.
All right, so how we rate things on this podcast is we it's 1 to 0. So depending on which category, it's 4 different categories. And it's, 1 being the bleh, and or maybe nothing in it, like no sex or nudity, and then 5 being like buckets of blood and almost
see this movie.
yeah, almost penetration. So first, spooky scary. No, I'm sorry, blood and gore is first.
No,
Blood
it's
and gore.
okay. It threw me off, but I'm sorry. Well,
Yeah, somebody's had their head ripped off. Yeah,
gets their head
we just
fucking ripped
described
off.
we described a
There's a
spinal
lot of
cord. Yeah,
And people who are initially attacked by this thing, like because they, as it turns out, it is the disease.
mm-hmm.
It's basically all existing diseases in one entity. So when he attacks people, I know it's kind of interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah.
When he attacks people, like the one guy just initially had his face like, burned and scratched and horribly scarred, and he died. Aliens, when that, never mind, I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Frost.
Oh yes,
you know?
yeah.
When he gets like the initial acid burn,
Mm-hmm.
but his body like keeps decaying, and it's like you have the measles, you have lumps and
Oh, that's
over you.
cool.
And like the makeup was pretty good.
Oh, cool,
It
cool.
was pretty good. I would say 3.5. 91. I would say 3.5.
Which
It's pretty good.
spooky scary.
1.
Yeah.
It was so cheesy, but at first I was like, ugh. But after you got into it a little bit, you're like, that's all right. This is a perfect movie to throw on in the background.
Yeah.
Pay too much attention
Yeah.
to, but every now and again you're like, oh wow,
This seems, yeah, I think you and I said via text, it seems like perfect fodder for riff tracks.
Oh my gosh. I wish they would do this movie. It would be
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of Space Mutiny that they did. where
Yeah.
it's- Yeah.
great.
Sex and nudity.
Well, 2, I would say. We get 1 insinuated sex and another on-screen sex. See, well, it's her dream though,
No, well.
technically.
Dreaming
We
about
get tits. And 2 times in the movie, we see Space Cowboy and his washboard abs.
Oh, it was the best Mark
Sir?
Singer has looked.
Congratulations.
If you want more,
for that body.
if you want more of his abs, Beastmaster. Yeah. He's got big old blonde hair too, and
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He also has ferrets.
Oh,
He has ferrets, like pet ferrets.
yes, he does.
Yep. Can't not recommend Beastmaster. Fun and entertainment.
3. It was decent. It was fine.
You finally got one that was like not so
know,
bad.
it was
It's been a while. You've been on a
It's been a while.
since Blood Clots possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Blood Clots.
And yes, I think Update. I watched it. I loved it too. So
Right?
yeah.
So good. Yeah, I would say a 3. It's not the best horror movie out there, but it was like sci-fi horror and gory and lots of cool makeup, and I was fine with it. It was great.
Cool.
I did little cheesy, and that's why I have to downgrade it a bit, because like there's a part where they land on a planet, and
Which one? We don't know.
and but it seriously
Irrelevant.
reminded me of Star Trek original series, because they're like on this like rocky sandy planet,
Yeah.
and this creature is just hiding, and it's literally like coming out of it.
Like a prairie dog.
Yeah, coming up from a hidden boulder, and they shoot at it, and he's like, boo. He's
It's like even whack-a-mole with
yeah. I'm like, what is?
You're like, wait, hold on. Is this a Nintendo game? Is the dog gonna come out and collect
Right.
that thing at some point?
Plus, they're Plus I was watching it at 1.5 speed. Thank you, Tubi. So it was a little bit funnier.
Yeah, guys, if you have any problem with us watching it, you don't have to watch them, so
No.
we can do what we want. Also, our show.
So overall, I was watching it. It was fun.
Excellent. Now let's see what awaits you for next time.
Perfect. Let's go.
All right, let's randomize it again. Yes, I want to continue. The Windwalker. Well, that sounds kind of cool. That might be involved with Native Americans, possibly. Because isn't that what that Nicolas Cage movie, Windtalkers or whatever? They're in the woods.
Always the woods. Why is the woods so scary to people?
Oh, rated TV-14. 2020. Fantasy adventure horror. 25 years after his author father mysteriously vanished into the woods, leaving behind an incomplete work, his son sets out to finish the story. Eric Roberts! Yay! You went from a talking cat to the Windwalker. Brian Kruger, that name sounds familiar too. Well, that might not be too bad.
Oh my gosh. Like Eric Roberts.
Yeah. How bad is that? We're excited where I was like, but then I remembered every piece of shit that Eric Roberts has been in. And I'm like, oh wait, yeah.
They can't all be bangers. Okay.
No, I think his peak was Batman Begins, possibly, as Falcone,
probably.
Possibly, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. He gets his legs broken. Oh, so good. Anyhow. All right, so if you are just joining us for the first time,
welcome.
We are a weekly horror podcast where we break movies down by franchise, director, this year, or theme.
Our theme this month was Valentine's Day for the month of February. Our last movie we are doing is 2024's Nosferatu with Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, Lily Rose Depp,
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe twice in 1 month.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And the silver-tongued Ralph Ineson. Actually, the deep-throated, sexy-voiced Ralph Ineson.
For sure. That guy.
What did we hear? What was the term that we heard? My basement's flooded? That we wanted to use?
Yeah,
my basement's flooded. He has a voice like that. Basement flooded. So join us. You can find us, like and subscribe here. You can follow us on Spotify. You can find us any podcatcher you have. Follow us on Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, and
Sounds good.
until next time.
Keep it spooky, bitches.
Boogans.
Almost like Wayne's World.